Okay, so we're recording. So I've got basically a blank page here, and I've gone out and I've got the link to Bootstrap. So this should be pretty straightforward by now. I can say I'll put this in a div. I'm gonna give it a class, and I'm gonna call it container. All right, so I've got a div that's gonna hold my menu. So the trick here, and I'm pretty sure I called this out in the video, the other video, is to use nav pills as the way of grabbing the menu. And I saw someone else do this, and this is how originally how I did this is I went out and I found a menu that worked in Bootstrap, and I just stole the code. So, if I go here to examples or to documentation, let's see here. They've moved things around a little bit. So if I go to navigation, content, okay, so here's navbar, and so there we go. There's an example. So this is an example of the navbar. It's got a search in it. Obviously, search isn't going to work unless you have some sort of engine on the backside to do this, right? To do the search with it, right? So you either need some PHP or so we're not going to worry about search. There's branding, so branding is like your company website, logo, things like that, and then we've got all these things. We don't want any of that. We just want these simple little links. And so I'm going to cut to the chase here, and I'm going to show you nav pills. If I can find them. All right. Simple. Boom, 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 right? You've got a square around this. Then once you've got the square here, you can start messing with it. And so it's a simple unordered list. Simple. I always like throwing that word in. It's simple. You've got an unordered list. And so I'm just going to copy this code and drop it in. It's got to be inside the container, right? And I'm going to call this home. Call this about, report, and I'm not going to do it disabled. I'm going to delete that. Events. Great. So what I can do now is I can go in here and make these things pretty. And so what you have to do, you notice that you've got an active menu here that's a little different. So that's your highlighted menu. Remember in the JavaScript, in the PDF, it's like an orange highlighted word, right? Well, that's the code, that's the style you're going to attack to make it that color. All right, so let's... It's always a trick to kind of figure out who to change, what style to change. This is always a challenge for me because it's like so much of programming is just like pope, nope, that's not it. Pope, that's not it. Pope, that's it. So you've got these items in here, list items in here, inside your unordered list. So your unordered list, again, is a box full of list items, these little objects that are in there. And so if I come up here and I start playing with my list items, and I say dot nav item, and say let's just throw a border on this. Okay, so now I've got something to go after, right? I can see that. And you know, we can do a background green, color white. Okay, so take a look. Color white. Didn't work, right? They're blue, and I made it white. So why is that? Hit me.
The links.
It's a link, right? Yeah, if you go down here, so you think about style sheets, right? It's like you get down, you drill down in. Well, that link has a style associated with it already, and it's overriding any style I do upstream of it. So if I do, even if I did like a body color, you know, I said every piece of text in this body is going to be red. When you get down to a link, sorry, link overrides that, and so you need to target that specific link. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, look, if it's inside a class, if it's inside a nav item, and it's a link, make the color white. Okay, and it pops white here. So what I've done is I've gotten specific about who I'm going after. I'm going after the nav item class, but I'm going after links inside that. I'll give you a hint. Let's see, how am I going to do this? Right, so I can do things like underline the text, I can modify, but I'm going after specifically after the text. So remember our menus? They're all canted. So you can add a style to that class. If I come down here and say, all right, well, this is active, I'm going to say, I'm going to give it a class of link 1. So I'm going to add a third class to this one. And I'm going to come down here and say, all right, well, the next one's going to be link 2. And the next one, I know we've gone over 5 minutes, but you guys will thank me later. 3. And then link 4. So I've got these 4 links here, and I can come up here and give specific styles to each of these. So if I go dot nav item link 1, oops, dot link 1, I can say color yellow. Sorry. A. What did I break? No, see, I made the same mistake. This doesn't belong here. I want to adjust. I want to go after. Oh no, that's right. Oh, sorry. Nav link 1. Was it A? Nope. Let's try that. Yeah, I'm having trouble. So you have to basically, you want to target that specific class. So I'm going to stop recording because I'm starting to look like an idiot here. Quick, bail out. Yell at somebody. But the idea is that you want to target that. What I was trying to do was get down to how to rotate the text. So you've got to actually throw another class on it to say, look, this one's going to be rotated this way. This one's going to be rotated this way. It's the only way to do it, to get those texts to rotate the way you want them to rotate. But the rest of this, you know, you can do padding and you can do margin. So I can go margin 5 pixels. So anyway, so you can start to see ways to make this menu work in here in Bootstrap.